Good evening and a very warm welcome to We the People. As swine flu in India claims its 26th victim, the debate rages on. Has the flu exposed serious gaps in our healthcare system? Or has the reaction of the average Indian been one similar to a panic attack? Have we, in effect, overreacted? That's the debate on the program today. Is it the media that drove the panic? Was it the first few responses of the government? What about the shutting down of schools and colleges in a city like Mumbai? And also the larger question, what about the role of private hospitals as the burden of healthcare in this flu at least seems to have fallen on government hospitals and government doctors. So those are some of the big questions that are raised on the program. Remember, you can also send in your feedback via SMS as always, and also by logging on to Twitter, where you can reach me directly simply by posting your messages. My Twitter handle is @bdutt. So keep those comments coming in. We'll also, of course, be crossing over live to the Health Minister, Ghulam Nabi Azad, in just a few minutes. But let me start with Dr. Srinath Reddy. There was an interesting quote by a doctor in one of the newspapers. This doctor said that he didn't understand what all the fuss was about. All swine flu is a new cold in town. Do you agree with that? Is it that simple? Should we be that laid back about it?
Well, I too read this quote from Dr. Mulial from Vellore.
That's right.
Well, actually, when the epidemic first started in Mexico, there was genuine concern because this was a new strain which previously was unknown and was, for the first time, was beginning to be transmitted from human being to human being.
Yeah.
So nobody knew how it was going to behave. So there was some natural anxiety about it.
Yeah.
But by the time it spread across Mexico, the US, and then reached Europe, UK, and other parts of the world, it became fairly clear this is a mild virus in terms of virulence. And it was probably no more dangerous than that of the usual seasonal flu. So to that extent, the quote is fairly apt that we in India should have realized that it's not such a serious and dangerous virus.
So you would say we overreacted?
I would say that overall we overreacted. While there is a need to be concerned about the entry of any new virus into our population, and we need to keep track of it and provide appropriate care at various levels, I think as a society we did exhibit far greater level of panic than was justified by the virulence of the virus.
Okay, lots of questions raised by that. We'll come to the rest of the panel, but I'm told we can cross over live to Ghulam Nabi Azad now. We can bring him up in the plasma so we can all see him. Mr. Azad, my first question to you would be, we're debating whether we have overreacted to the swine flu. Now, you made a statement, sir, that's saying that 1/3 of all Indians are likely to contract the flu. Isn't that a statement that will scare people, sir? Can you explain that statement of yours?
First of all, let me say it is unfortunate that statements are being referred totally out of context. Let me first of all say, I had said that WHO has said that in coming months, this is going to affect 1/3 population of the world. And in that context, I had also said that it might be so in some parts of the world where the countries are geographically smaller in size, but it is not applicable to India having such a large boundaries. It may not apply to our country.
Okay, that's an important clarification. We've got college and school principals here on the panel, Mr. Azad. There has been a big debate over whether it's necessary for schools and colleges to shut down. Now, the central government advisory said this was not necessary, but your own party's coalition government in Maharashtra decided to shut down schools and colleges in Mumbai nevertheless. Why this disconnect? Why this contradiction in how the UPA is approaching this?
First of all, let me tell you, the health is a state subject.
Tubar.com,